Greetings of the day. In this session, we primarily want to discuss about the objectives, specifically the objectives of social organization. Not social organization, about the community organization. Now, to understand the objectives of community organization, we should have a fair idea regarding what the word community organization, or what the phrase community organization means. Community organization primarily means helping the community to solve its problems. Helping the community to solve its problems. It is sometimes used to denote a method of social work to intervene in the life of a community. The aim of community organization is developing capacity in the community by making it more organized to handle its own needs and problems. In the concept, objectives are clearly stated that it is a method of social work which primary object is to intervene in the life of a community to develop its capacity by making it more organized to handle its own needs and problems. Community organization actually is a well-established method in social work. It is a well-established method in social work, and it has value orientation, and the practice is guided by a set of general principles. So, in order to understand the concept of social organization, a community organization, we'll have to understand also the principles that are followed in the process of community organization. We can just say that the principle of individualization, the principle of meaningful relationship, the principle of self-determination, the principle of communication, the principle of social functioning, the principle of tuning behavior, the principle of social learning. So these are few principles that are followed apart from the following principles. There are mainly 8 principles which are followed to achieve the objectives of social community organization, not social organization, to achieve the main objectives of community organization. So before discussing the objectives of community organization, we should have ideas regarding the principles of community organization, and I have mentioned some, and I want to include some more, like the principle of specific objectives. Number 2, the principle of planning. Number 4, the principle of intergroup approach. The principle of people's participation. The principle of democratic functioning. The principle of flexible organization. The principle of optimum utilization of indigenous resources. The principle of cultural orientation. These are very important principles actually to be followed while continuing community organization as a method by a social worker. Now, let us come to the objectives of main objectives of social work community organization. Now, as I have already told you, that community organization is concerned with people and their needs. It has to identify and define one of the objectives of community organization is to identify and define the needs of a community, and its objective is to enrich human life by bringing about and maintaining a progressively more effective adjustment between social welfare resources and social welfare needs. So, now we can sum up the objectives as follows. Number 1, to secure and maintain an adequate factual basis for sound planning and action. Number 1, again I repeat, to secure and maintain an adequate factual basis for sound planning and action. Second, to initiate, develop and modify welfare programs and services in the interest of attaining a better adjustment between resources and needs. Third, we can say that one of the objectives of community organization is to improve standards of social work and to increase the effectiveness of individual agencies. Number 4, to improve and facilitate interrelationships and to promote coordination between organizations, groups and individuals concerned with social welfare programs and services. Sorry. Number 5, we can say that to develop a better public understanding of welfare problems and needs and social work objectives. I repeat, one of the objectives of community organization is to develop a better public understanding of welfare problems and needs and social work objectives. Number 6, to develop public support of and public participation in social welfare activities. Financial support includes income tax funds, voluntary contributions and other resources. The public should be made aware of the existence of this financial support that may be available to the group. Sometimes the community is not aware of the existence of this financial support system. To summarize, we can say that the community is the primary client in community organization for social life. It is an axiom in community organization that it is an axiom in community organization that community is to be understood and accepted as it is. That means we must try to value the internal integration of a community, and we also require full and meaningful participation of all the people, and actually full and essential, full and meaningful participation of people in the welfare programs actually is one of the main objectives in community organization. Unless people are interested in their own development, we cannot bring development from outside. Interdependence of all traits in the social welfare fabric of organization is a fundamental truth. That means that we must understand the inherent social structure of a group of people. When we want to help a group of people to solve their social needs or any kind of needs, we must not disturb the integration within the community. We must not disturb or penetrate into the equilibrium of the community. We must not disturb their existence as a community. To understand this truth, what is that truth? That interdependence of all the units that exist within a community. That is the fundamental truth, and we must understand that. And to understand the truth is the objective of community organization, social work. Knowledge of its methods and skill in their application will definitely enhance the potentialities for growth and development of any community effort to meet human needs. Thank you.